guys, welcome back to the Wemaxit YouTube channel. I'm your host JD. If you're new, please do smash that like button, share, and definitely subscribe. If you're a member of the channel, massive respect to you lot. And how to become a member, please do click the join button if it's available to you. So I'm with my brother Raynel, yes, and we are going to be talking Suriname here, as you saw, Suriname's Concacaf chance. 2020 World Cup chances. We're going to look at it, and obviously we have to look at the additional players and upcoming games to improve that chance. All right. So, my brother Rainiel, how are you doing, Bossy?
I'm fine, man. How are you doing?
I am excited. I don't want to sound too excited because the Jamaicans here watching to see if I am too happy.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, man. I remember the last time I was on, the sentiments about the Jamaican following and Suriname. So they all
Yes.
know your preference or connection with Suriname. So, yeah, if I
Yeah,
may
they're
say
not,
so.
they're not stopping. Yes. So an article, let me jump straight into it. An article the other day
Yeah,
came up, and I'm telling you, it had the entire CONCACAF region buzzing because I saw Americans posting it. So I'm gonna put it up on the screen,
yeah,
and you can explain to me um
yeah,
who who is actually in talks are already completed. All right, we saw here
yeah,
Girana Kirk, Che Nunali, Balka, Loneweek, Misedan, Doeki, Somerville, and Pyro. Those are the 8 on the
yeah.
listing that they said either joined the Suriname already or about to join Suriname. So, what could you say to me there? And then we can lead into
Yeah.
if what oh Suriname looking.
Yeah, like the source that came out with these names is Destiny Romeo. He is a sports journalist in Suriname from EBC News, and he confirmed that the first six names on your screen,
Yeah,
they are the chance of big that they will be in the squad in March, or at least eligible to play in March. Um, some of them still have some paperwork to round off, but the first six names, I say Kerk, Nunnally, Balker, Loonwijk, Misijan, and Doeki, they said to be confirmed that they will come. That's what they said. Dion Brunnings
yeah.
also said the first six names. Somerville and Piru are not confirmed to be. So that's the situation.
Okay.
And especially Somerville has flirted with the Suriname country at least because he always wears a Surinamese flag um, when he scores goals or when he is celebrating stuff, and he's also posting Suriname things, Suriname hints. Rumors are that Piru is interested, but his papers are not yet done. And Somerville has said in the Dutch media that he hopes to reach the European squad for 2024. So those two are not yet eligible, but there are rumors that they will be maybe in the future possible guys to join. But the first six names are set to be joining. Yeah,
All right, but that's still big, because we have to look where Suriname is coming from. Suriname
yeah,
definitely they were the talk of the town for maybe like 3 years now. Obviously, a lot of people said that has to do with me. All right, especially in the Concacaf region. Yeah, but maybe it's true, maybe it's not because the players had to choose to come here for that to even be a thing. All right, so
yes,
but at the end of the day, they played 4 matches in the CONCACAF Nations League. They had a draw against Grenada, then they lost a game against Cuba, which Cuba looked like the better team on the day, yes, but they rallied back with a much more better performance in the 80 draw. Yes, 80 was slightly the better team there, but it was a draw, and then they destroyed Grenada in the fourth match, which finished off them on 5 points out of a
yeah,
possible 12. But that still was some progression made. So why would they move away? We're gonna go on the addition here because we're gonna get into the players then. But why
yeah.
would they move away from the coach? Is that beneficial to move away from the coach? when you're
Yeah.
working yourself in, because it is a top team in the region. Grenada is a
Yeah.
team that is up and coming. I saw Grenada played Jamaica, and Grenada had spells in the game that they are dominating Jamaica on the ball. So they are not a bad team, and you still destroy them in the next game. So
Yeah.
are you happy with the change of manager? And then we get straight into the players added to what you guys do have.
I am not happy with the change of trading because in Suriname we have this tendency that every period of time, let's say a qualification cycle, the team is rounded up, a coach is rounded up, you complete the cycle, and if you don't qualify, then you're gone. That's kind of a little bit. It has been since I'm alive, since the late 80s. Hey, we have a team, the coach. Okay, well, you haven't qualified. Bye bye. And it seems like that cycle is repeating again. So the longevity of building the team is in danger, and that's the sentiment that is mostly ventilated in the Suriname community. However, there are kind of mixed feelings. Some people are happy that Winter is going away because they found that he didn't reach good results. Other people say, well, he was working towards something. He had ideas, he had vision, and he didn't have the cooperation of the association of the SVB to do the work he wanted to do. And so it isn't completed because the cycle was to qualify for World Cup 2026, and
Hmm.
the cycle wasn't completed. He was the association said that his contract was terminated, or not terminated, but like they didn't
Re-up.
uh,
Recon.
re-up it. Yeah, because he didn't meet the qualification for the Copa America and the Gold Cup. But Winter, his objective was to reach the World Cup. That was the main course. So, and he was still moving towards that. He was planning to do more friendlies. The cycle of the World Cup will start next end of the later this year, but he didn't got the chance. So now you have to start all over again, and that raises mixed feelings, among us Surinamese people.
All right, and I do
Yeah,
agree. I do share the same belief, because I truly think that you have to have a progression, due to the fact
yeah,
that the region is much more difficult and rapidly rising. So if you keep on
yes,
resetting, even if you're going to add quality players to that, the reset
exactly.
will still force back the quality players to not come on a platform,
Yeah,
but have to come and build a new platform with the others from ground. So you're setting back yourself to make it more
exactly.
difficult. Yes,
Yes,
so I do
you
agree.
saw like the cycle you were just referring to. There was a cycle within like 2 months or so, and you saw every game it became better. So you saw that if you have a certain cycle in a certain time frame, then you can build. And Winter proved that he ascended the level of the team, ending with a 4-0 destroying performance against Grenada, a good performance against Haiti, which is a strong team, and Cuba, the game against Cuba. I did not know what it was, but Winter also said in the interview that when you're in Suriname, everything is well arranged. The accommodations are good, everything is arranged because they have the connections there. But as soon as we go abroad, then the things aren't arranged as well. So the accommodation isn't good, the materials aren't there up to par, the journey. So then you see um, almost every time that we play outside our country, the results are bad. And when we play at home, we think, oh man, we're good. We played against Mexico. They won lucky. We haven't lost except against the Mexicans. Even Jamaica drawed against us in Suriname. So when we go outside the country, then the problems seem to exist. And well, the bottom line is that the Suriname Association, they sacked Winter because he didn't qualify for the Copa and the Concacaf. But I find it very bad decision because he was proving that he was bettering the team. Yeah.
People listening, thanks very much. Please do smash a like, want to share, and subscribe as you come in. I saw Sean Beast and others in the chat. I'm going to come to your statements. Yes, but we have to be honest to ourselves. I kind of agree with Raniel a little bit more. Yes, he set a standard that if he doesn't achieve these things, they have to move on or revisit it. But we have to look at it, Sean, base to say that Suriname was not the biggest team coming into this region. They are one of the lower tier teams outside the top 8. So the fact
Mm.
that you can come up against team in the top 6 and you stood your ground against almost every one of them, even included a top 2, which is Mexico in a game. That is signs to say that maybe the results doesn't come as yet, but it's not far away. You get me?
Yes.
Because when you meet the teams outside that you're on the same level with, you destroy them. Because remember, Cuba proved in the Gold Cup that they are a good team because they went up
Yeah.
toe to toe with a lot of other teams. So losing to Cuba in that game, even though it was away and we understand that they had challenges, it's still not as big and bad as what the SVB made it look. I honestly believe that they got
Yeah.
ahead of
Yeah. Me
themselves
too.
with the
Yeah.
names. I
Yeah.
honestly believe that they got ahead of themselves with the names.
You're right.
Raynell.
Yeah, you're right because I watched that game against Cuba. I watched it live, and you saw that Denzel wasn't completely fit. Adipi played very good that game because he is a local player and he was at the level you wanted. So I was really happy to see that. But in a way, you saw that the sort of squad wasn't like entwined with each other, and some players weren't as fit as they should be. And Cuba, they played to the strengths and they used the pitch to their advantage. So the thing we have to work on with a certain squad outside of the policymakers is that all the players they can play really good football. They like to have the ball. They can play with the ball. But in the Concacaf region, a lot of football pitches aren't that good. So you can play the Dutch style of playing. So we have to have a plan B to compete at a physical level and other level and have a more of a killer's mentality. And that's what we are missing in comparison to, for instance, Jamaica. I believe that we play better football than Jamaica, but we are not a
Um,
better
I,
team than
I
Jamaica.
I don't think that is a conversation
Yeah,
if Suriname plays better football than Jamaica. I think everybody in Jamaica says so. The
yeah,
fans, the people, but people said it's based on results. But
yeah,
you have brought the solution. You have to either figure a way out because remember it's not all
yeah,
pitches. The Concacaf was known
yeah.
to be the Concacaf because of the difficulties. United States doesn't
Exactly.
travel well. Mexico doesn't travel well, and it's all because of the atmosphere in different locations. So you
Yeah,
can't adapt so fast. You understand me? So
yeah,
United States went to Trinidad the other day, they lost the game. When they go to Panama, they lost the game. When they go to Costa Rica, they lost the game. You understand me? So, but
yeah.
when they meet them on their patches, which is a much more established
Exactly.
patch, it
Yeah,
tend to go way better. So I do agree with you, and that's why I have to come to the point that I think they might jump the gun too fast on this coach because I saw that they were getting to the level because when we see them on better patches, they played Mexico on one and definitely looked like the better team overall in that Mexico
yeah,
game. The coach came out and admit it as well, and
yeah,
I've never heard a coach talk about a team so good, and I'm talking including United States and those teams. So it
yeah,
showcased that that's the pinnacle for Suriname, what they
yeah.
can reach. You get me? They
Yes,
proved that, and they
I
proved the
agree.
low point. They proved the
Yes,
low point as well. You get me? So why we don't try work to attain the high points on a regular and never to make the decision to move away from
yeah,
him. So that's what I we are saying, Sean Base, right there, and I tend to agree with Rainiel on it that they pull the plug too fast. And I hope that they try to get him back and maybe set something because now we brought up this on the screen to show you the levels of the players them that we said would have added to it. The Doeki coming into this now. Mighty Abene, Stefano Denswell. We have Retian Apps and backboard to finish off the back line there. If you want to play a 4, automatically you have Mighty Abena that can play right back and also play centre back as well. Daniel Doeki added to this team. Daniel Doeki added to this team instantly becoming one of the best centre backs in the entire CONCACAF. So you're adding one of the best centre backs in the Concacaf day one, just like Ethan Pinnock and those guys. You know how
Yeah.
good it makes a backline. Look at Suriname's backline now. Stefano Denswell already proven, not proven, but he would be up there in the higher echelon of centre backs. Then you have Doeki, one of the best centre backs. Them Red Sianaps, one of the best left backs in the region. And then depending on who plays right back, they have already
Yeah.
got a back four set, a back four of players
The
that are some of the
defense.
best players.
Yes, we are really happy with the defense. I mean, they haven't played in the best combination possible yet many times. But if you look at every position in the back line, we have two or three good options that you can play without having any worries. Like our primary back four that we can say put out,
Mm-hmm.
they would like compete against European countries. I mean, you are not. It's not weird to go with that back four to a World Cup that we can put up outside.
Agreed.
The midfield is not yet in balance and does not yet have the quality in comparison with the back line. But with these additions we are getting, the front line is getting a good impulse. So the balance is a big thing for us. We have to find more balance in the guys that we get to join. Also, we have some older players. You don't know how long they can compete at the fitness level. So there are some challenges for the coach. And the comment that I see in the screen, some things are questionable at the side of Winter because he's trying to clear his name in the media. I mean, there are always two sides. So some things that he said will be true, and some things the association said will be true. So the truth has to be somewhere in the middle. But I agree that we have to look forward. But I am a little bit sad that he was sacked.
Okay. So Daniel Duki, guys, this is one of the players them that is rumored to already be confirmed, and it's not pretty much rumored because we heard that Dean Brunings confirmed
Yeah.
that if he doesn't make the next game, it's solely because maybe they are finalizing papers for him, but he's on
Yeah.
board, and as you saw it, market value for him is almost 20 million. This kid was a kid that I saw at in Netherlands at around
Yeah.
1 million at the time, and I said I think this kid is special and will be. It's a lot of these guys that are predicted for 4 years ago, they turn out to be some big players today. So Daniel
Yeah.
Duki was always one of those guys. And look at what
That's
we talk
true.
about. We talk about the passing ability, but the physicality. He would be the one to change how Suriname plays on every given day because he's physical and he's technical at the same time. He's like the ones that
Yes.
Suriname needs to change the philosophy on several outings so they can go in a Jamaica and stand out with the same
Yeah.
fluid style, but he has the physicality to back it. So this kid, I think this kid will be the revolution for Suriname. If
No,
he comes,
yes, you're
yeah,
right because
yeah.
I'm a PSV Eindhoven fan, and I was disappointed they didn't get this guy from Vitesse. Because he was when he played at Vitesse, he was one of the best, if not the best centre back in the Netherlands in that time. And he went to Union Berlin, and then he plays in a really physical playing style in a three-man's defense. But he grew up in the four-man line. So
Mm-hmm.
as you said, I compare his playing style. He's not as good as him, but his playing style you can compare it with Van Dijk.
Yes.
They're both tall. They are good on the ball. They have they can play physical. They can play on inside. So I'm really happy that he will join. So yeah, he will be a big addition. Then again,
Right.
I'm sad that so many quality defenders are joining and not quality midfielders. That's really a
Well,
good thing.
it takes time because look,
Yeah,
you can't have it every way. Remember, Suriname is
that's
still
true.
ranked 144th. And the fact that you're
Yeah,
pulling down, maybe Ethan Pinnock would have more repetition over him, so Ethan Pinnock will be rated higher than him, slightly higher than him. But his performance is running for the best centre back in the
yeah,
entire Concacaf. Listen to
Yeah,
what I've just said, people. The entire Concacaf, he
yeah,
would
I
be
agree.
up
I
there.
agree.
He would be up there, and then he's already, if he signs tomorrow, he's already top
Yeah,
three in the entire Concacaf based on potential, based on where he is now.
that's true. That's
So
true.
that believe me, man. When I saw this, I'm saying, oh Lord, they should not have made me see something like this. My boy that I've been talking about for 4 years. So Daniel Doeki
Mm.
makes it. He will definitely solidify the midfield side for Suriname, and then now we have to be honest. The wing plays have not lived up to the hype. The wing plays.
No,
Sheraldo Becker
no.
definitely proves
Yeah.
that he's ready for the Concacaf region. So Sheraldo Becker excluded. I think that the whichever wing opposite to Sheraldo Becker, we might not live up to that. In the midfield, we never lived up to it because maybe Bessiswar and Cherry. Cherry has
Yeah.
some problems because of him available, and it seems like he just never wanted to play for Suriname. To me, he gave me that vibe because every single opportunity he gets, he doesn't turn up.
And now
You
he's
know?
shining in the Dutch Eredivisie. He's playing for NEC, for
Yeah.
NEC, and he's scoring almost every game, giving assists. he's the revelation now in the Eredivisie. So and he's fast. He's 35, but he's running fast. He's scoring goals. He's giving assists, and it's really weird to see because he's still so good. But then again, he didn't. When he played for Suriname, he didn't perform. So and he's 35 already. So we have to watch further. Biseswar also joined a fourth tier team in the Netherlands.
Mm-hmm.
So those guys, sadly, we have to forget them because they're already
Okay.
35 as well. But Cherry, if he wants to, he still can be of value. But for the long run, we have to find other guys, other talented midfielders.
Okay, and based on what we saw now the last time around, you wouldn't say that Suriname is actually turning the corner as to making a more diverse midfield because we saw Kenneth Paul, according to your Van der Kust, Kenneth Paul, Dian Malone. Dian Malone will be out soon, I think so, because Dian Malone is getting older as well. So you
Yeah,
don't think that we are closer to see a Suriname midfield that has quality players in it? Like who
yeah,
on
yeah.
the
That's
list?
true.
Yeah. Who on the list you think that can slot in and make the midfield good enough? Who are
You
you
mean
looking at?
on the list
List
of
of the
these six
six.
names?
Yeah.
Of the
None?
six names, let me think. Well, Longwijk, he plays at
Long
Fortuna
way. Yeah,
Sittard
that's
now.
what I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he played at Fortuna Sittard now. I don't know if he is the key to elevate the midfield, but I do believe he is a midfielder that has attributes that can be really good for the CONCACAF. I mean, he is physically he's in order. He's good because
Mm-hmm.
he's fit, he's strong. Look at his size as well, but he's more of a attacking midfielder. And Van der Kust, the guy you saw, he's actually a left back, a left
Yes.
wing back,
Yes.
but he has all the qualities to play at the center midfield. But so does Haps, so does Paul, because those guys in the Netherlands, usually you start out like a winger or a midfielder, and eventually when guys are better at your position, you become a left or a right back. And that's what happened with these guys. But Haps, at his prime years at Feyenoord, he played as a left winger, like on the outside. So these
So
guys are very interchangeable with the positions, and that is also the bit of the power of the team. But we don't have specialists, a lot of specialists for the central midfield position.
so you're pretty much saying that you could see a way, but tell you what, you brought in you brought in Kirk. Nonely Messiadan. So you
Yeah,
couldn't say that you want to put ups up front when they would have added to solve that left midfield side or the striker side. Because if it becomes a case that all of these talented wingers
yeah,
come in, a Charles Becker will play striker. And then they will become the wingers, and they will be
yeah.
some scary wingers. To be honest, so
That's
you
true.
would
That's true.
need
But
absolute.
that's true. That's true. But I believe that Suriname has to change up their style. We are not in the position in the CONCACAF, especially against the teams that are as strong or stronger than us, to play the Dutch style of football because the pitches are different and the teams, the physicality is made to break off that system. We have the players, we have great defenders, we
Mm-hmm.
have decent midfielders, and we have great attacking options. So what do you have to do? You have to play organizational football. You have to tighten up your defense because we can defend. And then the midfielders has to be runner and passers. And then up front, we can counter against every country. We have to change up our system. We don't have to got to have the ball 80%. We have to play to our strengths. And basically, our players that we have, we are an amazing team that can play in transition. We have every attribute to play transitional ball. And the teams that in CONCACAF are stronger, they will have the ball more often than us. And I believe that we can beat everyone in the CONCACAF if we change that mind state. We don't have to be dominant on the ball constantly, because all the trainers that have been for Suriname right now, except Stanley Menso, they always wanted to play attacking football, high ball circulation, the European style that you play on European fields. But that doesn't work when you play against Cuba on an island in the Caribbean. And that's what I meant in the beginning, that we have to change the mindset of what's needed to win. It's not always beautiful football. And we have the players to do that, because almost every player that you just saw and that you covered is either fast, athletic, strong, or has attributes to play a dynamic style of play instead of knocking the ball around. So
Okay.
I
So
believe
people,
that the focus has to be more on that.
so people, let me know if you agree with Renal that it should be mixed. Not saying we should let go of the past in football, but it should be mixed. All right. Let me know
Exactly.
if you
Yeah.
agree with that or not. Please do smash the like button, share, and subscribe. Westland says Inter Milan is busy with Union Berlin to buy Doeki. Well, that is very nice, and that's why I always like people that
Yeah.
bets on them, like bet on and learn in football and go through the stages, because this kid was a kid that did it the right way. So I hope it's the highest side. Not everybody adapt right away in the CONCACAF. That's what
Exactly.
Balak Kick
Yeah.
says. Yes, and I totally
Yeah. Yes.
understand. That's
Get
why
used to
he's
it.
saying use the physicality, because you're already physical. So it's not like you have to make up the physicality. You're already physical. So, and then your ball game will come along the way. That's what he's pretty
Exactly.
much saying.
Exactly, because all the players, they know how to play ball, but it only works when you are dynamic and working to your strengths. And what I also wanted to say is, somebody says, the Balakik said about the transition to the CONCACAF. Our style is not CONCACAF compatible, and we don't have to be stubborn about that. You see, the countries, even Jamaica adapted against Suriname because they knew Suriname played a certain style of way. So Jamaica, they played physicality. They tried to come in between the lines, the second ball, and then the physicality won because Suriname was the state of mind was playing the ball around, creating chances with creativity, and that's one aspect of football, one aspect only. And that's why I believe that if we don't get the quality midfielders that we want to have, we have to play with those guys that are capable of playing in the midfield, and they are not controlling kind of players. They are dynamic kind of players, and I believe that we can get better results with that style of play.
All right, fair enough. What we want to move on to is like, because we have to show because we want to get into building a squad, like what people
Yeah,
could expect to see soon. But we
yeah,
want to look at the realistic chance that Suriname has to go through at least to the final round. So I have to explain to people here
yeah,
what the World Cup 2026 CONCACAF is, so they can understand
yeah,
what challenges everyone has, because even for Jamaica, I do believe that Jamaica has one tricky game there, and it still comes down to what you do in that tricky game. So that's all it sets up. It's a very, very wicked system. I think that because we don't have United States, Mexico, and Canada
mhm,
involved, they
yeah,
try to make it as competitive as possible. And I still believe that this way that they did it is the most competitive, because what they do
yeah,
is I'm gonna try and pull it up on the screen so people could follow the conversation. Yes, so this is it on the screen, people. All right. So what happens here? The first and second team will be going through. So the first and second place teams will be
yeah,
going through to the next final round of like the World Cup qualifiers. So this is like the pre to the championship. All right. So the championship
yeah,
will be the next round. So they said Honduras, Honduras, Antigua and Barbuda, Cuba, Bermuda, Cayman Islands. All right. Then we have Costa Rica, Trinidad and Tobago, St. Kitts, Grenada, Bahamas.
Yeah.
Haiti, Curacao, St. Lucia, Barbados, Aruba. That's a hot group because Haiti,
Yeah.
Curacao, that is nice. Panama, Nicaragua, Guyana, Montserrat, Belize. Then we have Jamaica, Guatemala, Dominican Republic, Dominica, and winners of playoff two. All right. Yes, because that was at the top. Then we had Suriname, El Salvador, Puerto Rico. That defeated Suriname on penalty. But that was the
Yeah.
start of the transition. And St.
Yeah.
Vincent and the Grenadines, and then winner of playoff one. What should be the first expectation of Suriname right here? Like flat out when you saw it, what are you expecting from this round of matches?
I even with the unrest that is right now in the Surinamese football system, even with that, we should advance on this round at least. If you come in like the second round, that can be difficult depending on who is in your pool. But I would be very disappointed, as disappointed as I was when we didn't beat Puerto Rico for the Gold Cup, if we don't advance this. However, I have heard that El Salvador also has their problems of also availability of players, and there are a lot of things going on there. Players that don't want to play anymore, and so we have to play in El Salvador. If we would play them at home, I believe we would beat them. In El Salvador, I'm not that sure. Puerto Rico, I forgot if we get them at home, but at home we will beat them definitely. But Puerto Rico is putting a lot of money in their system and the national team and a lot of expertise. So that already has proven that they are like closing the gap with those things. But based on the football quality we have, if the pitch is good, they should not be able to beat us. St. Vincent Grenadines, well, that should not be a problem for us. And also the playoff winner, not. But if we don't advance of this round, I will be really disappointed. Really
All right.
disappointed. Yeah.
And I do share the same sentiments as well. I think Suriname should be first or second in this group. And after that, with the players that you're adding, because with the players you're adding, if all six of those players comes in, I
Mhm.
truly believe that with a good coach, or even with the same coach, Suriname will be knocking on the door. Because remember, it was just additional pieces. The first time they brought in
Yeah.
older guys, and the older guys couldn't get over the line. And if you're going to add these pieces and build up what we just saw from them, I
Yeah.
think that should be good enough to really run up on the World Cup qualification. So I would say I am
Yeah.
going for Suriname to rival for top spot in this group, even with the
Yeah.
problems, because you just shared something smart.
Yeah.
You said
Yeah.
El Salvador has problems, and El Salvador should be the number one in this group naturally off ratings.
Yeah.
Puerto Rico is a team that has young players and trying to spend as much money coming through, which you
Yeah.
already admitted that. All right, so I do believe that
And
Suriname
like
should be
I also
rivaling
want to add,
first.
Puerto Rico has an organization in their game, and on a good day, they also could draw El Salvador. So I don't. I believe the key to win this match, this pool, is the match that El Salvador and Suriname will play against Puerto Rico, because the chances are quite big that El Salvador and Suriname will draw or one of them will win. But if you lose or draw against Puerto Rico, that can be the difference of ending second or first or maybe third. Because Puerto Rico is not is like the third best team in this pool, but they are capable of putting out a good performance to get a point or something. So I think that match will be more important than the match against El Salvador.
All right. So what I'm doing is I'm pulling up the Suriname thing so we can see who is playing who.
Yeah.
Away and yeah, because that will definitely determine,
Yeah.
because clearly Suriname is a different team at home. So I like
Yes.
how this stream is going, because at least it's an honesty. We can look at what we saw before and we have to go off that. So Suriname will be playing Saint Vincent. That should be their first game, June 5th,
Yeah. At
right,
home.
at home. Yes, and then
It's an
the second
advantage. It's
game.
an advantage.
Yes, so
Yeah.
it is advantage Suriname right there. I'm trying to look for the Suriname next game will be away to the team that should be announced, which is still good. Which is still good. So that means the
Yeah.
Suriname could put themselves on 6 points
Yes.
from very
Yeah.
early and then put the pressure
You're
on
right.
the rest of them. So not now you
Yeah.
know that you can sit back, take a draw against Puerto Rico. Even no, I'm just trying to show you because when it's a draw and they have to open up, you can use your natural gifted talents. Because if you
Yeah.
see Girana Kirk and Sheraldo Becker up front, they are as good as anybody in CONCACAF. We have to be honest to ourselves. Those are quality players. You get me? So you don't want to come up them playing in a low back block and you have to go up against them. Charles Becker might be the most scariest player to go play like advance on, and he should stretch a pitch. So that would be nice if Suriname could get the whole 6 points coming up. And then the third game, the third game, where's the third game? We're trying to get the third game here. It's still loading. All right, the third game will be Puerto Rico, Suriname at
No,
home.
wait a minute before you continue. Isn't that this like the second game? Because the other date looked it was 9th of June, and this one is
Hold
6th of
on.
June.
This no man, but this is 2025. One is
Oh,
two is
25th.
for
Oh, it's an
2024, you
English
know.
way. Yeah, in the
Yes,
Netherlands we have it the other way around.
big boss. This looks like
Yeah,
the
you're
way
right.
how it's going. Suriname might
Yeah, you're
qualify
right. You're right.
before the final game.
Yes,
Based if
yes.
everything goes well and they plan it right. All right,
Yeah, but that's that was what I was saying. Puerto Rico game will be the key to qualification.
and it's at home.
Yes.
Back in
So I
Suriname to destroy Puerto Rico at home.
yes, like in Suriname we would say what well, I wouldn't say it loud because I wouldn't say bad things. But what predesting is habito. The Saramasai Arkino, what predesting, which means we will break them apart, you know. No, at home, I believe, like in the SS Stadium, when the atmosphere is there, because the players experienced it against Jamaica, they get extra powers, you know, and also against Grenada because we are Suriname people, we are heated. And if you live in Suriname, and especially if you hear the stories about the Suriname team that used to be really good in the Caribbean in the 80s and the 70s, you know, your grandfather told you, and now you're seeing a Suriname squad that's is competitive in itself, the emotional load that it has, I cannot explain to you if you're not from Suriname. So that gives an extra push to really support the team when you're in the stadium. So I believe that with that back of the 12th man in the audience, if we lose against Puerto Rico, man, I mean, I don't see that as possible at home. Yeah.
All right, and then the final game that might turn out to be the title decider for the
Yeah.
group would be away,
Yeah.
Suriname versus El Salvador to finish off. And I do believe
Yeah.
that, depending on how much goals, because it's kind of favor Suriname to play at home, so maybe come
Yeah.
down to goals at the time. And if they're leading
Yeah.
El Salvador on goals, I do believe that that could become a seriously good game because now El
Yeah.
Salvador would have to play out to come at them, and I think that will suit them a lot. So let me know, guys. But this, I am all up for this one, people. I am all up for to see Suriname get these players at least the six. I am
Yeah.
going to stay on it. I'm going to stay on it. Going to try and make sure I get the information and see how it works out. But I do believe that the last time I said Suriname would be entering in the conversation, and they did.
Yeah.
I think that if all of those 8 players comes in, Suriname is fully in the conversation and looking to actually
Yeah.
qualify for World Cup to force their way into a World Cup spot.
Yeah.
Because if eight comes, that would simplify to say to me that they are qualifying at first spot in the region and they are going to get a better seed. Because the problem is, guys, the first seeds don't play each other, or at least two first seeds. We
Yeah.
have 6 groups. We have 6 groups, and we
Yeah.
have
Six
two
groups.
two teams, so we're gonna have 12. Hold on,
Yeah.
let me work out how the second round goes because I
Yeah.
don't want to mistake
Did
it.
I you have
The
like
second,
this first
yes,
round.
we have 6 now, and we are gonna break it down to 3. We are gonna break it down to 3. So
Yeah.
let me put it up on the screen so people could see it. It's gonna be broken down into three
Yeah.
spots. So that
Yes,
means
exactly.
two teams, two first place teams will go into each groups. All right. So you
Yes,
want to make
exactly.
sure,
Yeah.
but the problem is you don't want. Look, the problem is you don't want to. Yes, I remembered it now. I remembered it now. You have three groups. You have three groups. You're gonna have two first place teams going into the same group,
Yes. Yeah.
but you have a possible chance of getting two. Um, you have a possible two. You have a possible two coming out of
Yeah.
each group. One is going to be an interconfederational spot out of two of the three groups. All right, so that is the difference, people. All right, so it all depends on which group Suriname gets. So that means they have to be better in their goals difference. If
Yeah.
they do come first, to try and avoid the next big performers. All right, and then they drop
Yeah.
themselves into a same group as one of the next other performers, but not the best first place, and it would give them a good chance to
Yeah.
qualify.
Exactly. And then in this round, is if I understood it well, the three groups that are remaining in the second stage,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
all the number ones are going to the World Cup, and the best number two, so like 4 spots.
Yes, all the number
Yeah.
ones going, and no, it's not 4 spots. It's actually two more spots, 5 spots. So two of the spots them will be
Yeah, that
confederational
was it.
spots
That
to
was it.
play
Yeah.
for it.
Exactly.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. So you don't even have to come first out of the next
Yeah.
three groups. You have to make sure you're in line to first and second, but you have to make sure you have
Yeah.
one of the better returns, like one of the better
Yeah.
amount of points, the better amount of goal difference, so you can be ranked as one of the best
Yes.
second place, and then you can
Yes.
fight it out to make to the World Cup. You have a second shot, but
Yeah.
first
Against
place
like
is
Asian team or
first place.
something.
Yeah, Asian team, not,
Yeah.
not not always Asian team, because I saw Brazilian teams the last time. No, not Brazilian teams, but South American teams.
Mm,
The last time was it Peru versus New Zealand or something like that. It's one of those things,
yeah.
and they
Yeah.
lost it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unseen
Yeah.
says
Exactly.
qualify when over who. Unseen that it's called education, and we're going through it right here. So we are
Mhm.
going through everything. So Suriname can qualify for the World Cup. It's not impossible. I think this method, with the quality of players that they're bringing in, which are quality players that can rival anybody in Jamaica team, unseen, and that is a fact, because that's why you need to look at the video. What we're talking about, we're talking about people
Yeah.
completed, and then look at the chances, just like how I do for Jamaica.
Exactly.
So that is exactly what I'm saying, and I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. All right, yes. So you can go back
Yeah.
now, sell a narrative that I am saying that Suriname is better than Jamaica, when I never said anything like that. Bro, be realistic. Unseen, you don't listen. You don't listen, unseen. We can't reason with you. I've said Suriname can qualify for the World Cup or qualify for the Interconfederational tournament, because you don't even know how the stages go. So if Jamaica goes in one part of one of the groups them, and Suriname in the next one, Jamaica don't have no realistic take to force them not to qualify. They can beat who they beat. You understand me? So unseen, please be seeing the man. Look, you're gonna have six
Yeah.
winners. After six winners, two of the six winners will go in each groups, and then two of the second places will go into each one of the groups.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
realistic. It has nothing to do with one individual. Good Lord. And Suriname
Yes.
would be
Yeah.
one of the better teams in the
Yeah.
overall pool of teams in this. So if they make it through at first place, if they make it through at first place, what are you, or are you going to convince me that they can't qualify? So they would be qualifying as one of the first place seeds, them coming through. That would technically mean, if you do by the mathematics, they're saying that all the first place teams should have the first opportunity to fight for a qualification spot or an inter
Yeah.
confederational spot. So all you need to say, unseen, is just to wait and see where Suriname finish in the group. If they finish first, then we can have that conversation. He said, okay,
Yeah.
we are going to do a video on it. Them they can't challenge Jamaica no time. What Jamaica have to do with it? Yes, Raynel, you see what I'm talking about? And
Yeah. I
nobody
see
saying
what you're
anything about
talking about.
Jamaica. No?
We don't even know if Jamaica and Suriname will play against each other.
Oh
This
my
guy Dominic
God.
thinks it's still an octagon round.
Unseen, Suriname can qualify to the World Cup and Jamaica qualified to the World Cup, and none of them faced each other unseen. It's a different format. Clearly, you
No
don't
octagon
know the
round.
format.
No octagon round this time.
Oh God.
No,
Oh
but like
Lord.
this stage, the second stage, this is a tricky one because let's say if the
Agreed.
normally speaking, the likes of Honduras, Jamaica, maybe Curacao as well, you know, those teams,
Haiti. Yeah.
El Salvador, Haiti, those in Cuba, maybe, you know, Panama, even Costa Rica. Possibly you could end up in a pool with Costa Rica, Jamaica, and Trinidad, for instance, as
Mm-hmm.
Suriname. That would be a real tough group to get the
Yes.
second place
Yes.
in. But
That's
you could
where.
also end up with Guyana, Curacao, and Honduras. It's also a possibility because Honduras can win their group.
Yes.
Curacao can end second, Guyana can end second. So you have to have a bit luck as well. But if it goes bad, you can also get in a real tough pool with like the likes of Jamaica,
Agreed.
Honduras, and Costa Rica. It's possible. Yeah. So
So
we have to
what you
wait
have to
and see.
do, they have to do as best as possible as one of the
Yes.
best first place or one of the best second places, and then you
Yes.
technically avoid all the bigger teams them as a second
Yeah.
place you'll avoid the best teams them, and as a first place you will avoid the best teams them. So you have to just do
Yeah.
the one of the best first places or the best second places. So
Yeah.
that's what we are discussing. Unseen, I know you're angry for no reason.
Yeah.
Yes, but it is very clear. All right. So this video might
Yeah.
just be an hour. Might just be an hour. Rainiel, I like it. I like it. We need to maybe keep this up, and if you're available, whenever you're available, can maybe keep a news comes out. I know Sean Base might be here. Sean Base is
Yeah.
busy for the longest time, so I have not seen Sean Base, not heard from Sean Base for 1,000 years. I'm surprised that he's here today. Yes, he's more Jamaican. Sean Base switch side with me. I become Suriname, and he becomes Jamaican. Yeah. He
Yeah.
has
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
these summer Jamaican friends, and he's on the Jamaican
Yeah. I
channels them
understand.
more than the Surinamese channels them. I don't know what is wrong with Sean Base. Look like something lost in his brains. He's full time Jamaican now. All right, so guys, smash the like button. Let me see how the likes look on the video. Let's aim to 50 likes on the video. We haven't gotten 50 likes, even though it's under our. Yes. So we wanted to look at one of the best setup, like a best 11.
Yeah.
Best 11 for the team itself. Like we want to set up what I say, like what is his name again? FM data. So we can pick a best
I think
11.
so. I
Yes.
think so.
So I'm gonna try
Yeah.
and bring it up on the screen so we can do it. Before we bring up that, guys, I've opened a TikTok. I've opened a TikTok. But what the TikTok does, it helps me to show the actual images. So for people like what we're talking about Suriname or Jamaica, we can have the goals them from a Doeki or a Sheraldo Becker. As
Yeah.
you're a Surinamese, you like what we do here. What I would advise you to follow me on the TikTok. For today, I become a big TikToker. I've gotten like a solid 10 to 5 followers. So I'm going to share it here and I'm going to pin it. So you guys just run over there and follow me on the TikTok. All right. So follow me on the TikTok. Unseen said, JD, you're trouble. A trouble you give me, bro. A big up Suriname. A trouble. Yeah, okay, no problem. Yes. So please
Right.
follow me on the TikTok. Yes, please follow me on TikTok. I'm at 30 followers now, and I'm aiming for 50 strong followers. Remember, guys, I'm doing this in one day. I don't even post anything. All right, so that means you are doing a good job for me. So please follow it. And I've already posted, not me, but I've already posted like Omari Hutchinson's goal, Malik Madasil. Those are all No, they are Chelsea players. One is an ex-Chelsea player, but he went down to League One and he's doing well. And Omari Hutchinson, you know that he's one of the wonder kids that can possibly play for Jamaica.
Yeah.
He's currently at Ipswich, doing good things. 4 goals contribution in the last 4 games made them picked up at least 7 points in the championship
Yeah.
qualification to the Premier League. So that is amazing. So we are putting up things there, and if you go there, you're gonna see I put up Jamaica 80 and Suriname right there. So go and become a part of it. I will see you when you become a friend on it, people. So let me bring up the best 11 thingy. So Renel can pick his best
Yeah.
11. Yeah.
Can I put my system instead of the system that everybody wants to play?
Yes, man, you can pick a system. So which system you would want to go with?
I would play 3-4-3.
3-4-3.
That's what I would play
All
with
right.
the squad. Yeah.
All right, 3-4-3. This is the right one. So you have a wing back thing like. All right.
Yeah.
Or you
Yeah.
want to go
Exactly.
5? The 3-4-3. I said this one. Or you would set it up now, or you would set it up. So essentially Denzel or Doeki. Which one?
Central, I would put Doeki because Denswell is a lefty, and I can put him on the left side. Yeah.
Okay, so Doeki would be the one that you're aiming for to put in as central. All right.
Yeah,
So unseen.
because he has the best footballing quality of all the center backs as well, so he
All
can,
right.
walk in, pass better. Yeah.
All right, so Doeki goes here. So Ansi, when you see the Suriname team sets up, then you can decide if you think it's good enough. All right.
Yeah.
Westland, that's what I'm saying. You will know the Jamaican new players. We just talk about some of them like the Omari
Yeah.
Hutchinson. They have not played as yet. But Jamaica have a next story to it. They are not so welcoming. It's a next story. Even though
Yeah.
these guys are big ballers, we have a different tendency in our country. Even though Raynell was kind of educating me to say that some even Suriname has it from point to point, but Jamaica, it's tough to pick the best players for Jamaica. Even unseen can tell you. All right, we have a lot of mathematics that no one on planet Earth can understand except people in Jamaica. You understand me? So that will explain what I'm trying to say. All right,
You
I'm
know
not
what's
going to go
funny?
into
You know what's funny,
details.
JD? Every time you say something about Jamaica, every time you say something about Jamaica, it instantly applies to Suriname as well. Almost everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
All
really
right. So
funny.
that is tough still. So what are we saying? It's pretty much we ourselves trying to hold ourselves back from becoming
Exactly.
some of the best teams in the Concacaf. Then.
Exactly. Like all of the problems you guys have, you guys are a bigger country, so you guys have the bigger problems. But like the cultural things, everything, it always sounds the same. The way you are about food, the way you guys are with your national team, the same sentiments throughout. It's really funny to hear them. So because I recognize a lot of them in the Suriname community. So yeah, it's really funny.
Yes, it's tough, man. So people, I will talk about Jamaica in the next one. Believe me, it is funny. The next what you could do. No, I don't just have one channel, people. So most of the Surinamese coming back. I have 2 channels. So I have one channel that I cover mainly Jamaica on it, which is good. So that's why you see less fights. Normally, this would have been 100 people and
Yeah.
60 war boats. The warboats are not here. Only unseen out of the warboat crew is here. All right. So who you would go for to put in the left hand side?
The left hand side, Densville.
Okay. Denzel. Okay, I thought it would have been tricky, but you just went for Denzel. So
Yeah.
would so you pretty much I think this kid have dropped off big time, Penas, Shaquille Penas. He dropped off for you guys in your books, right?
No, he didn't dropped out, but like Pinas, Pinas is a good player, but Pinas has one thing. He isn't a left back. He is the left center back. He's in
Mm.
between. He can play both. And Denzel, he is tough, fast for his size. He's just a better option at the left side. But Pinas, either way, he could play there as well. I wouldn't mind without a shadow of a doubt, I would put him in the team. But if I have to choose between the two of them, Denzel.
All right. So
Yeah.
on the right hand side to close it off, who are you going with?
This one is a difficult one because you could put Abena, but we also have the possibility to put Dijk still can play there as well. But we also have Radinho Balker, the new guy who's joining. I'm
Mhm.
very charmed about him because he played against PSV last year. He played amazing, amazing. Like the way he played against Luc De Jong was really good. He's 190 meters. He's fast. He has good ball control, and uh, I really I'm thinking about putting him above Abina because he's faster, more agile than Abina, and he
Yeah.
plays at the championship right now. Yeah,
All right. All right. And then Wanahan goes back in goal.
I would put Roggeveen.
Okay, Rachafin.
I
All
prefer
right.
Roggeveen because Roggeveen. I don't know. It's a feeling because those two
I know,
are not.
I actually like him more. It was
Yeah,
surprising because he was
yeah,
showing good skill sets, and then they just throw him off, and then
yeah.
put in Wanahan, and Wanahan always seems to be too comfortable on the ball and give mistakes for me.
Yeah, but
You know,
but,
so,
but I must say it depends on the opponent because if you get pressured, I prefer Han because he's a bit taller. He's a bit more commanding in the 18-yard box. But Roggeveen, he's really comfortable on the ball. He's very fast, speedy, and I think with this team that I'm gonna put out, he's a
you need
goalkeeper
more
that's better.
movements.
We
Okay,
need more
yes, you need more
movements. But
movements.
like
Yeah.
if we play Mexico or like USA, I would put Han because he's more commanding in the 18-yard line.
Okay, all right. So let me go in midfield now because that is a good four. That's a good four. I like it. The back three is very,
Yeah.
very good. And look at
Yeah.
that. We left out Pinas. We left out a good amount of players. So that shows you the
Malone,
depth
we
that he
left
was
out
talking about.
Malone. We left out
Yes.
Malone. We left out Dyke still. We left. If you put the two other guys, I would be satisfied as well.
All right. So that's a three. Nice solid three. And then in midfield now. In midfield, or are we going to say the left midfield or the left wing back? Is it going to just be Red Sea and Apps? Period.
No, I have other position for the Chanups.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yes,
All right.
I would put Kenneth Paul there.
Kenneth Paul goes
Yes.
there. All right, no problem. Damn.
Yeah.
All right, all right, all right. All right. Go straight across the line. Who you have in the center of the park?
I would put Van der Kust there.
Van der Kust comes in. Okay, nice, nice, nice. You like how he played the last time, right? Like what he
Yeah,
offers,
man.
that extra
I
energy,
mean,
something that
Van
they
der Kust.
missed a
Yes.
long time, don't?
Yes, and
Yeah.
he's young and he does really well at Sparta as well. He plays really
Mhm.
good. So I think to me, he's an option and he played really well that position. I was surprised because I knew him as a wingback, but he really convinced me against Haiti and
Yeah,
Guinea.
yeah.
So Van der Kust. He's a
Uh,
nephew of Brian Tevrede as well.
I'm trying to get him in it, but he might not be in it. So I'm gonna look for any one of the Vandakas or Vanda. I'm just trying to find
Van
someone.
der,
Oh,
R
oh,
between the two.
DER. Oh, yeah,
Der.
that DER. No, okay, okay. Um,
Yeah,
sorry.
Kust.
Okay, but we're still not finding him in the game. We're just gonna put someone there for him. We're gonna put this guy. It's not the real guy. It's just a imitation. So please
Derek
excuse
Putesa.
us. All right. Yes.
Yes, Van der Kust.
Let me go for the next one. Who are you going for now?
Yeah. I would put Vleiter there.
Later?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Um, because sometimes you say later, I thought it was Gleefef later, but it's
No, no,
the
no.
younger one.
Rossello.
But
Rossello.
Russell Fletcher, he helps. He puts himself out there. I
Yes.
honestly believe that he proves that you can be here and you can be young and put yourself in the national team just by
Yes.
working hard. Yes, I
Rossello
do
Vleiter,
agree.
I'm a big fan of him. He always turns up for Suriname. He always gives 100%. And every time he plays, we are performing good. And when he comes in the game, the midfield gets better. Yeah, I would do this.
All right, and over the right hand side, who are you going
Right
with?
hand side. Right hand side. That's a difficult one because on the one way we have a lot of options there. The other way, every option is or they are injured, or they are not available, or they are not playing at their club. But for now, I would go with Dankerlui there. Why Dankerlui? He played. Oh, he always plays good in the Suriname team. And if he plays at his club and he's fit, he fits in the system at that
But
position.
he was he in which team he was in recent?
I believe Carmiotis, a Cyprian
No,
team.
I'm talking the national team. Which time? Which was when was the last time he got picked
Against Mexico.
against
Yeah,
Mexico? That's a long time. That's what I'm saying. So he was carrying an
yeah.
injury or something.
He was the last time he was injured, I believe, but I don't know if like providing that he is in form and plays, he would be my player I would put there. Yeah, because
All right.
currently
So.
because Kleiber isn't available. Dijkstel is more of a right center back.
Mm-hmm.
So he is like the most solid option, and I believe that if he is fit and he is capable of playing in this system, he is the best option.
Okay. And then up front will be, I think, a little bit easier, not so easy because now you added some quality wingers to it. So let me see.
Before
I
you
am
continue, before you
yes.
continue, I want to make a change.
Yeah,
I want to
who are
put
you changing?
yeah, I want to put Van der Kus as a winger instead of Paul, and I want to put
Yes.
Lonwijk on the place of Van der Kus. Yeah.
All
So Paul
right.
is going
So
going out for Lonwijk. I made a mistake. My bad.
all right. No man, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, yeah.
We're just trying to put in the whole set of players. All right. So
Westland,
no problem.
Westland is telling me that the lineup is messed up. But listen, Klas, I'm a fan of Klas. But Fleiter, to me, is above Klas. And Lonwijk as well. So,
All right. So this is what you're going with. All right. So
No, no,
no
no, no, no.
problem.
No, no, like Lonwijk at the center and
Oh
Van
yeah,
der
that's
Kus
what
at the wing. Yeah, yeah,
Van der Kos.
yeah.
So then what happened to Paul? Paul comes out?
Paul goes out. Yeah,
Woo!
Paul
Wow!
goes out. Paul goes
All right,
out.
Van der
Yeah.
Kos. My goodness. We don't have Van der Kos. Let me look back for Derek. All right. Yes. So he goes out there. So this is how you want the looks. All right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All
Now,
right.
now,
All
now,
right.
here is coming my surprise. As a striker, I would put Kerk. Girano Kerk.
Oh my God. All right.
Yeah,
You know, I saw him the other day. He's a problem. He's a problem player, you know, because he was in Antwerp. He was playing
yeah.
in Antwerp.
Yes,
Yes, and I
yes.
went there. I went there to watch him. Watch other players, but he's a problem. He's a problem. I watched like
He's
5 games
he's
with him.
strong, he's fast, he can score a goal. So,
Yeah, he's a
so I,
problem. He's a problem, man. I like him.
I put him there. I put Becker on the right hand side.
All right, and over and ups over the side. You
Yes.
just buzzing to put ups up front. Okay, so why? Okay, all right. You know what? I'm gonna leave. You know, so Monsieur Dan and those guys. What is the purpose of bringing them? Nunali, what is the purpose of bringing them in now?
No,
Just to rub the bench.
no, 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 like I'm gonna explain this.
Mm-hmm.
People can say that maybe the players that I put are not always the best on the option or whatever, but I'm looking for synergy in the squad. If you look at the squad, the back three is solid. They have speed, they have strength, they have footballing ability, they have power. The midfield, you have Van der Kus, a lot of energy. Ups, so Van der Kus will go across the whole left flank. Has a capability to play on the outside, but also in the inside of the pitch. So he can support the midfield a little bit. Dankerlui, Kleiber is better than Dankerlui, but Kleiber never comes. Kleiber always has issues. Dankerlui
Mm-hmm.
is, if he's fit, he's always there, and he's never disappointed in the national squad. Fleiter, he wins his challenges at the midfield. Lonwijk as well, but Lonwijk also has a footballing capability to create spaces and going between lines. So the balance on the midfield is guaranteed with the Haps, Lonwijk, and Vleiter, because Haps can get in a controlling role if needed, but also can go outside to get a cross on because he has a good kick in his legs. Kerk is fast, strong, he can hold the ball, but he can also add depth to the squad. And in this squad, Sheraldo Becker doesn't have to defend. So he has all his energy to attack and to be speed. So basically,
Okay.
the attackers are Kerk and Becker. Haps a little bit behind them in a more of a free role from the left side, because he is a good passer, he has good insight. And that's why this is my squad. It's in
Okay.
balance.
So Westland seems like he has a problem. He's gonna be fighting the whole damn day. Westland, I remember you. Westland, you claim that you're gonna link me up for the longest time, and you have never linked me back. All right. So hope all is well with you and the family.
Yes, he has some valid points. He has some valid points, but his points aren't valid anymore when I explained why this squad is composed. And because he's right, left wing. Haps, Misijan is a better left winger, but Haps adds more than Misijan in the rest of the tactics.
And you're starting from a point of these guys don't know the team, so this is just your first squad to try and make other players adapt as well. So it's just a starting point. So I think Westland, you're missing the reasoning. So I got what he's saying, and if he comes up with this squad, I wouldn't complain so much due to the fact that you're looking for familiarity and try to fit people in. Put Kirk centrally because maybe others can help him out. So that is something right there. Others coming in, others can help them out as well. So I saw where he's trying to come from. I just think you're just trying to be a troublemaker. What you would do next time, you can come on the screen and give what you think to counter his argument, but still from the premise of where he's coming from. Where he's coming from makes sense, people. All right? Yes. So, we don't want to hold Renel too long because we don't, maybe the man is busy. We have some football coming up and stuff. So, want to just bring this out to make sure people understood what's going on. And then once we have the confirmation on most of these players coming in, we can come back and do an extreme. All right. So for the last point, Reynald, before you leave, they said they have a match coming up. On March 24th. March 24th, right?
Yes. They are playing in the Netherlands.
Martinique.
Yes, Martinique. Yes.
Yes, in the Netherlands.
Yes, in the Netherlands. So
14:30. No, that is Suriname time.
Suriname time.
6:30 Netherlands time. Yes. All right. So we have our Janmar Stadium. Janmar. Let me see how far it is from me.
It's in Almere. I think from Antwerp, it's like a 2-hour drive, maybe 2-hour drive. Yeah. It's like 30 minutes from Amsterdam.
Yeah, because I'm planning to get the van, So once I do get the van, I can just come on a family trip.
There have been mixed reactions to this match because Martinique isn't an official FIFA country. They are like
a French
province of France, a France region or something, and clubs are not obligated to release their players for this match. So we have to wait which players will be there.
Okay, but I still believe that the style of football that they play, it's very good to test yourself, because Martinique went toe-to-toe with Costa Rica, which is one of our region's good teams. So if you can play them and do well, I do think it's worth it. And I will... some of these some of these players are young, man. It's not an old team at all. It's a way Suriname team. Way you Denzel might be one of the oldest player there, which is 30. All right.
Yeah, Denzel is 30, Doeki is 24, Balker is 23, I think.
Lone Wake is 24. Vleiter is like 22. So it is a young team. It is a young team. Yes, this is a young team. Rockhofen 26 or something, 24, 26. So it's a very young team.
Like 25. Average age like 25.
Yes, so around 25. So it's a very young team. Imagine where Suriname coming from. Last time they had name players, but they were actually older. Bessie Swar, 30 had what's his name again? In defense. He was older as well. He was a captain. Completely forgot his name. He
Malone.
was older. Yeah.
Oh, Malone, Lewin. We had
Yes,
Pinas.
so
We had,
they're all older. They're all older, 30 plus, 30 plus. So
yeah,
no, they're
Pinas is like
adding
27,
energy.
so he's still young.
No,
But
not Pina, not Pina. So I was talking my boy that was the captain, man. Completely forgot his name. And he was, yeah, yeah. Okay, I forgot his name. I will
I
remember
don't
him
know
soon.
who you mean. But
Yeah, that's how far Suriname came because they had so much qualities over such long period now, couple years. Well, yes. Ryan
yes,
Dunk, yeah, Ryan Dunk. Thank you. The Ryan Dunk, yeah.
yeah,
So
Ryan
Ryan
Donk.
Dunk
Yes,
was
yeah,
all
Ryan
coming
Donk.
in. So Ryan
Yeah,
Dunk,
yeah,
Cherry, Cherry, Bessiswar, they were already old. Then you have Malone. Then you had my boy again. That
yeah,
turns into he's a scout for Suriname now. That midfielder, lanky midfielder. He's old
um,
as well. He retires as well. So you see what I'm talking about? It was an
yeah.
older squad. It was an older squad. Then they
Quite
move
old
up
sport. Yeah,
front.
yeah,
Then they move up front. It's older players again.
yeah. Like
And
the
let's
Fred
talk
is
about
also
it.
like 30s plus. So
Yeah, Tifreda, 30 plus now, and we
yeah,
had we had Baby Tank. Baby Tank
baby
was
Tank.
30 as well. Baby Tank was 30 as well. So
Yeah, 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 yeah.
they are quality players, but they are old. Yeah, Colwick, thank you, Colwick, and Baby
Ryan
Tank.
Colbeck.
Uh,
Yes.
yeah, so it was an older squad, guys. Majority of those players
Yeah,
were over 30 at that time, and if you can get on the squad to 26, in
yeah.
26, 27, that is very, very good because a lot of players changed. Yes, Baby Tank. Yeah, man, Baby Tank. Yes, they're
Yes.
all old.
And you know
Yes.
about Cherry because Westland said something about Cherry. Of course, Cherry, if he would be motivated and still wanted to play for the national team, of course I would have him in the team and maybe put him in my first 11. But Cherry is 35. Cherry is not available anymore. So I talking realistic, how you say it? Realistic, and this is a realistic squad to put up with the tactics I explained. Yeah.
All right. So let me move on now to the.
Yeah.
So remember to follow me on TikTok because that's where I'm going to be putting out my fantastic work. All right, because I can get to commentate and show visuals. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I'm very excited about this TikTok foolishness. Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm getting old and TikTok is getting younger, but I have to still find ways to show it because they don't have the copyright problems on YouTube, so I have to kind of do. I'm gonna figure a way out to explain things there with visuals, so it's good. So I want people to come over there and work with me, but I haven't started that yet, people. Yes, so the coaches, who are the coaches, the front runners for the coaches? Have you heard anything? And Mr. Jamaican slash Surinamese Sean Base, Mr. Jamaican Sean Base, have you heard anything about who is the new coach or who is in line for the new coach? um Cherry, is still the
He still wants to play for Nacho. I didn't know that because
I have never heard that. I heard that he's done.
yeah, look,
So,
it's really easy. If he's available and he is motivated, he is an instant no-brainer to select. Don't get me wrong, but as the information I had, he isn't available, so that's why I didn't put him in the squad. And about the next coach, the rumors, Stanley Menso is seen to be set to become the coach. Um, I also heard like if he will become the coach, there were some mixed reactions. There are some guys who are enthusiastic because we can say what we want, but Stanley Menso has been the only coach that has had arranged in every window to play a match, even when they were friendlies. If the professionals weren't available, he went to play with the locals against French Guiana.
mhm.
So, and people don't have to underestimate Stanley Menso. Even though he played for the Dutch national team, he is considered to be a real Surinamese guy. When he was a professional player, he went every summer. He went to Suriname. He gave to charities and all that. So, some people will be happy that he will become coach, and he performed quite well against Jamaica, for instance. He only had strong opposition, and only the first half against Mexico in Mexico was really bad. So yeah, some people are happy with it. Some people are mixed because he left us for a big contract in China. So that are the mixed feelings. The name of Edgar Davids has been rumored to be called, but I think that the dream candidate for the Suriname national team is Henk Vrezer. He's an experienced coach in the Eredivisie, a former real good center back. He played at Feyenoord. He became champion in the Eredivisie with Feyenoord. So he has the baggage as a player and a coach, and the Surinamese players respect him deeply. So, and he has said in the interview recently he wants to move to Suriname if his children become bigger. So,
Okay.
and there was a little Instagram and TikTok of him. He was shouting in Surinamese to Kleiber that he had to play the ball longer. It was a real hype because he was shouting and using some cursing words. So, and his accent was really Surinamese. So he is a dream candidate for us, but I don't think that is gonna happen. But if you ask everybody in Suriname who do you want to be the coach, they will say Henk Vrezer. But Menso is rumored to become the coach.
All right. So Jamaican Surinamese Sean Bass says it's gonna be Stanley Menzo.
Jamaican Surinamese.
Jamaican Surinamese. Yes. He's officially inducted in the Jamaican side. All right. So he tried to switch, tried to take over my role in Jamaica. So he's the Jamaican Sean Bass now. Yes, Jamaican Sean Bass. He's talking patois fully, flowing patois over here.
Yeah, man, that's good, man.
Yeah, sure. That's not good. You need to stay in Suriname and stop his foolishness that he's keeping up. But yes, but let's see. So that means we should have a coach by then. By the 24th.
Yeah, they said this window the coach will be there. So and right now it's Geudeken with Kolwijk. They are now arranging the nacho stuff, the Suriname national team. But yeah, Mens was rumored to join. So we will see. We will know within a couple of weeks who will be the coach. Yeah.
All right. So I want to go to this match. 6:30. I'm going to check the date. It's a Sunday. It's a
Sunday, yes. And the tickets are not yet available, but soon they will be on the website of Almere City.
Let me see if Jamaica playing anytime soon, because I would have to be able to make it back. All right, so Jamaica will be playing on the 21st. 21st, Jamaica will be playing. So it's not the same time. So I think I want to go to this match. I owe Suriname a match. So I need to go to this match. I'm going to figure out where it is, and I will find myself at the match itself. Yes. So I'm going to try to go to that match. You're going there, Renil? We could link up there or something?
Yeah, I'm going, man. If Nacho is in Netherlands, I'm going, even if I have to drive 2 hours, man.
Okay, well, no problem. I'm going to talk to my lady about it. See if I can, because it's 6 o'clock. So, and it's a Sunday, so maybe they would want something in Netherlands, so I can just entice her to buy something in Netherlands, and I can get to go to the game.
Yeah.
So I have no problem. I will work it out. Sean B said, "Yeah, you know me star." Okay, my goodness, the man out here trying to talk patois. Oh Lord.
You know me, sir. You know me.
Yeah, all right, Mr. Sean B. You're Jamaican full time. Yes, so you're not able to talk Suriname conversation because now you've been tainted with the Jamaican blood. So they need to fire Sean Bass from all Suriname transactions. People from Suriname fire him. Maybe he's scouting for Jamaica. All right, yes, fire him.
Yeah, man.
All right. Mr. Giddy, the man made his lineup. You just joined the conversation, and I thought the man explained himself in it. So sometimes what you saw on the lineup, is not what actually happens in the game, because this is just a starting lineup, but the functions is what is important.
Yeah.
The man explains his function, so please go back and figure it out. See, he's talking about Aka being big baller, so he sold out to Jamaica. Yes, so he's in the Jamaican streams them now, giving all the Jamaicans them information on Suriname. Yes, he's a sellout, Sean Bass. That's why we don't see him on this platform anymore, because they call me the non-Jamaican, Yes, so he goes over to the real Jamaicans, them, according to YouTube, yeah.
I have to ask you one question because every time I have joined your stream, I have asked you this question. How is
Mm-hmm.
his Lord Jesus Christ, Rafael Morrison, doing?
Well, oh Lord Jesus Christ. Oh good Lord Jesus Christ. Lord Jesus Christ, having challenges in life, it's tough to live. It's tough to live. So he's struggling, they said, with mental issues and stuff. I'm hoping
Mm,
that it's true and he's getting over it. I heard some rumors that several clubs are trying to give him a contract back in England. So we might see the last spell of Lord Jesus Christ, but he's not in the national team. The coach,
yeah,
as you know, Jamaica always make a good amount of mathematics. They said that they are not going to pick anybody not playing football. And when they take a stock,
yeah,
2 men on the team not playing football, and Lord Jesus Christ did not get called. So I
mm,
heard after that he tried to call Lord Jesus Christ
yeah,
again, and Lord Jesus Christ never pick up him phone. so I don't know. I don't know if we're going to see Lord Jesus
yeah.
Christ back in
It's
the
a
national
shame. It's a
team.
shame because that guy, when he was young, he was considered to be a generational talent, man. Like, if you hear people talk about him, big ballers talk how good he was at 17. My God, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
they say me. Sean says Macy Greenwood are joining his team. What is wrong with this half Jamaican?
Mason Greenwood is coming Iron Yard, you know.
You know what is sad? He doesn't come on our Jamaican streams, and he's on a Suriname stream talking Jamaican. That is
Yeah.
just sad.
Yeah,
Yes.
but like to us Suriname people, to
Mm-hmm.
Patois has a lot of similarities with our language. So it's quite
No.
easy. It's
Mm-hmm.
quite easy for a
Mm-hmm.
Suriname person to learn Patois, but not the other way around.
Yeah,
Because yeah,
yeah. Because it's
yeah,
hard for me.
yeah,
It's not hard for me to figure your language out. It's just because I never heard it much. I just the forward on those smaller lines. They Sean Bass have taught me nothing. He sold me out now. He's full time with other Jamaicans. Them the ones
no,
them that
but like
he
for
made.
instance,
No. He sold me out to the other Jamaicans. Them the ones them that he made me have problems with. He's the one
yeah,
that created the problems. No, him and them is the
I
best friend.
understand,
If
I
he's weird,
understand.
I have to burn him out. Yes, but aside from that, I'm a human being, and I have not learned the language of Surinamese. So maybe I will see how easy it is. Yes.
Yeah, but like for instance, in Jamaica they say "me want fiolia." We say "me
Mm-hmm.
want for you." It's almost the same.
Okay. And
So there
would
are
you translate that to
similarities.
Netherlands? Or would you translate it to Netherlands? Like how close it sounds to Netherlands, like the
Hey,
Netherlands
listen,
that I
listen,
know.
listen. Me want fiolia. Me want
Mm-hmm.
for you. I want to. Ik wil je vasthouden. It's
Okay.
totally different.
Okay.
No, but as I
Okay, so
said, like
that means your Surinamese language is not really close. It's not the same as Netherlands. It's like a
oh,
dialect with mixed languages in the
it is
dialect.
it is closer to Patois than to Dutch.
Uh yes,
Closer to Patois than Dutch.
that
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
that okay, damn. So all right. So that and it's not a written language. It's not a written language. It's just like
Uh,
patois.
it's written since a couple of years, but there are
Mm-hmm.
like it's not. A lot of people don't use the official word spelling, but there are now documented things of the language. Yes, but you can compare it to Patois. It's like it's considered a dialect, but we consider it a language. But like in the world, it's considered a dialect. I think. Yeah.
Okay. No. See, Sean has never explained all of those things. So thanks very much for to teach me that. He never explained none of these things. Yes, so I never knew about it. I thought it was more closer to Dutch, but I realized when he just explained it, I know that it's not Dutch clearly because I know how to translate everything that I'm saying as soon as I'm saying it in English. So I
Yeah,
know that what you're saying is just raw and patois. You understand me?
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So Shambia says Suriname go eat and sleep. A reggae boy is the thing there. Okay then. So then Shambis, when I'm covering Suriname, I don't want you to talk about Suriname. I don't want to see you at Suriname games because you're a sellout. You're a sellout. I can positively tell you that. Yes.
Yeah, I see him with a Jamaican flag when Jamaica comes to Suriname with the
Yes,
second
man.
round.
Yes, man. I
You see him with
people
the
clip
Jamaican
him.
crowd.
People clip him and tell me say I saw him places where he makes me and these people fight because he is the one that clipped Manning's man, and start a war with me and the Jamaican masses, because that's where they said I solo to Suriname, and people clip him. him and Manning's man a friend. It is very surprising, So he's a official Jamaican. I am done with Sean Bass. I have never seen him, I just not saw him in the discard. He left my discard and gone to his friends them now. I don't see him none of the places. So and he just found himself back in the discard. So I don't know. Maybe he lost his phone. Maybe one of the Jamaicans them robbed him.
Initiate him.
You will learn soon, Mr. Sean Bass. You sold me out for nothing. All right? And all I've done to you is good. You sold me out for nothing.
Westland is saying, JD, in Suriname, we talk wishwashi.
Okay.
Wishwashi means...
we talk what wishwashi? So all over the place, that's what it means?
No. Yeah, it can mean that, but you're talking nonsense. We're talking stuff that doesn't even...
Yeah, because wishy-washy, not wishy-washy, that's what they would have turned it into in Jamaica and say that all over the place. You're talking all over the place. Okay, but look how easy I figured it out. So maybe you're talking true, Maybe if I actually heard yes, maybe.
It's quite easy for Suriname people to learn Patois because the similarities are quite some. And I even learned Jamaican Maroon. I never heard Jamaican Maroon. I saw a video. If you speak Suriname, you can understand Jamaican Maroon because there are so many words are the same.
All right, you just motivate me to go and learn Surinamese. You just motivated me. No Robin, nah, go on. Okay, all right, no problem, Mr. Sean Bass. Hope all is well with you and your new friends, them. Yes, all right, but let you know that you're not welcome into the gang anymore. If you're going to have your new friends, them. All right, yes, you can. We are going to keep you at a distance, but I've realized that you distance yourself, so it's okay. All right, at least you're honest to me. That you pick your side, all right? Yes. JD, believe me, my man, Jamaica is nothing without Damari Gray. I wouldn't say so. I can't say that because Ethan Pinnock is the biggest baller for Jamaica. So
Mikel Antonio.
Jamaica is nothing. Mikel Antonio. Who else we have? We have Leon Bailey as well, which Leon Bailey have not really turned up for Jamaica, but I cannot say cannot not say Leon Bailey because his fan base is going to kill me. He has a new fan base of pillar people. They sleep with Leon Bailey and their pillars. So even though they're the ones saying that he's not doing nothing for Jamaica, they're the same one complaining because he's doing well for Aston Villa, so we have to give him credit for Aston Villa. But it has not translated to Jamaica, but they still want to beat me. So we have Leon Bailey, and we have Bobby Reid. We have a host of young kids.
Shaman
Nicholson. Yes.
How's Taxi Lawrence?
Andre Blake. Ewan Blake is a runner. Andre Blake. We have Bishan Bernard just came in. We have Nana Wild Low. All right.
But how's Taxi Lawrence doing? Kemar Lawrence, how's he doing?
Kemar Lawrence the other day. Kemar Lawrence does fade out. He fades out. When I looked at the guy's age, I can't believe that the guy does drop off like a big stone. Because I remember when people comparing apps with Taxi Lawrence, and I said maybe you're on crack. Maybe you're on crack. The man just fade out.
Taxi, man. They loved Taxi.
And we have Amari Bell. We have Amari Bell as well. We have Amari Bell. We have Amari Bell. That's in the Premier League. So Westland, you can't talk to it. Jamaica have a lot of quality players.
Mason Greenwood.
No, Mason Greenwood is not in Jamaica.
Not yet?
Not in Jamaica. No, he's not in Jamaica. He's not on the list. Believe me, you have a lot of people come out and say they don't want Mason Greenwood because they have Dushan Richards that is better than him.
Yeah.
Absolute bullshit, bull crap. You have some delusional people. You have you don't know delusional. They don't know delusion yet when they hear some of these people talk. And these are the new friends that Sean Bass has. These people that saying these madness. You know,
But but
yes.
but, but JD, how about Ivan Toney? Is he eligible to play for Jamaica even?
No, no, he's not eligible anymore because he was one that we were in. Not we, not me. I was not in talks with
Mhm.
them. He was people that I know reached out to him and talked to him. He gave them good talks, and then after
Yeah,
that, he said to revisit him. And then after that, Ethan Pinnock started to play, and it looked like they were trying to use Ethan Pinnock to convince him. And England never went so well for him. Then he wanted. It looked like he wanted to come tell him sometime. Then his agent trying to
yeah,
play it, and as he said, they never came back into him.
mm,
They never came back into him.
yeah,
And he just chose England, which it's not 100% true, but at the same time. They never came back into him to test what he said because he said to them
yeah,
to return and they never returned. So that's how the story went. But people were saying that Shamar Nichols is better than Ivan Toney, and Ivan Toney is no baller either. So I'm not going to act like they weren't saying Ivan Toney is no baller, and Ivan Toney is one of the best strikers in the world football now. To be honest, he's
yeah. He's really
recognized
good.
in world football now.
He's really
No.
good. Yeah,
So
he's really
yes,
good.
Shambi is saying whisper big baller from Phoenix All Star. He soon bench Sterling, Raheem Sterling, Cole Palmer, Madueke, Washington, all of the big ballers, them he soon bench in Chelsea's team, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah, so yeah, 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 you
yeah,
know,
man.
so
Yeah,
yeah, so it's a lot of players
yeah,
wanted to come and play for Jamaica. I don't think the process and the welcoming from Jamaica is as open, it's not as open. They are blatantly saying at this point that they would prefer to have it 1998 way, where we pick a few overseas guys to come and play, and it's all locals. I just believe that they're not going to lose off that. Me
yeah,
born in Jamaica, my culture, I know how it is. We believe that we are the best at everything. And we don't seems to do well with outsiders, which we consider Jamaicans that are in England and in America as outsiders.
yeah,
So it's always become that problem, and it's showing up in football, because when you're writing these
yeah,
things in public, that is slightly discrimination. And when Mr. Spears has had to come out and say to us that all of these guys wanted none of the overseas guys them to play. You hear that? They wanted none, zero to play because they think that they are holding up the spaces of the local guys them. So I want
yeah,
people to hear that they wanted none to play. So no Damar agree. They believe that they are better players in Jamaica than those guys. And remember, we can't win nothing in Jamaica. We can't. We are not even the best football team, the football league in the Caribbean. We're not even that. So
yeah.
this
Robin
tells
Hood
you how
beat your
delusional we are.
champions.
We are. That
Robin
tells you
Hood
how
beat your
delusional
champions.
we are.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, it's sad, man. Sometimes it makes me feel a way, man. Like I have left Jamaica. I have my kid, and if I have a son that's playing football, it's like you're telling me that the son can't choose. It. Even though we still have people like Mr. Speed. Mr. Speed is a good guy. He wants them to come and play because he got educated to see that that's the right way.
yeah, yeah,
It's like you have some people, man. If you hear them talk, you had one came on the radio. He's not too fond of Damari Gray playing for Jamaica. And he's the one
yeah,
that's running the JPLA.
yeah. They're like you have those people in Suriname as well. Only the difference is that the people in Suriname, they see that the guys from Europe have additional value, but they also are concerned that the local guys don't get chances. So
Mm-hmm.
they rather see a mix instead of all the guys from Europe, and
So
that also
so
is a
what
big
what so what my problem is, why should we talking about a mix? You realize that we're saying that we don't want the best players them. Every time we say that we're saying that we don't want the best players them. We want to
yeah.
make up a story because if you're good at something, so why you don't go play football? Why you don't go and play football to be good at football? Why I need to make up a story to put you in something to make
No,
a
the,
mix?
you are right. You're right. But the criticism was that even with the European players, we did not qualify for the Gold Cup, and when we used local
Okay.
players with Team Gourey, we did. So that sentiment was quite big, especially right after Puerto Rico beat us with penalties. But like Of course, we know that the European players have a higher level. You see it when the local guys train with them. But a lot of people believe strongly that the local guys will play more with their heart for the country than the
Okay, that's
European
the problem.
guys.
That's the
Yeah,
problem with our region. We have too much
yeah,
heart. We need to
yeah,
take out our heart and put in brains. All right? Yes, because what
yeah.
we never applied. Every time when we did that, so when Suriname did that, let Suriname try it now with it. Let Suriname. All right, you know what? Let's see Robin Hood up against whoever they're gonna be facing. Let's see. And let's see if they're not gonna get
They're
six.
gonna play against Herediano from
No,
what's it called?
yeah, well, wait until they meet one of the Mexican teams or the United States team. So we're not going to judge them off this one. Let's see when they meet a Mexican or a United States team and see if they're not going to get six in them Ras. Like, let's see Cavaliers play Cincinnati and see if Cavaliers is better than Cincinnati. You understand me? Because I saw Cavaliers playing a Violet AC, not
Yeah,
Cincinnati. I saw them playing 80 and they weren't better than them. You understand me?
yes,
So
yeah,
this madness that we're talking about, Sean Base, you got into the Jamaican culture. They are in your head now, so you're talking foolishness. So you officially don't make any sense anymore. We'll get the youths a chance. All right. So hold on, there, Sean. Sean, it's 12 million to make it to the World Cup, and also the same get the youths them that couldn't get themselves to the World Cup will have a chance for more people to look at them. It don't make sense that they take the 12 million and get the chance for the youth them and use the money to develop the same youth them if they can't develop themselves at this point. You see it, so
yeah.
sometimes stop looking at the instant frame around your face. It's Suriname cannot get to a World Cup with nobody, no full squad from Suriname. Suriname not winning a damn game in today's football against none of the top eight. Not one. Not one. I'm not asking you. You know why? All of the top tier eight teams, they have been designed with better ballers playing worldwide. The Concacaf region is not the same as what it was 2 years ago. 2 years ago, it's not the
Yeah,
same.
what you're
Right.
saying is a really big thing because Suriname is bettering themselves, but also as Curacao, also as Trinidad, also as El Salvador, also as Honduras. Every team is adding players that they weren't able to add before. You see, Nicaragua, they lost against our local squad 5-0 in
Mm-hmm.
2021. You see where they're at
Mm-hmm.
now. So
Yes.
the level is becoming bigger. So to say, for instance, Suriname would be this team easy, they are working as well. They are not standing still. So people need to realize the region is becoming stronger. If you put like a European team in the CONCACAF qualification cycle in a pool with, let's say, Suriname, Costa Rica, Jamaica, Trinidad, and let's say you put Scotland in that pool, Scotland would have a real hard time. They would not end first. And the Scottish squad has good players, experienced, seasoned players. If you put a team like, for instance, I don't know, Sweden there or Norway, they will have a good chance, but they will not win easily in that pool because the region is becoming stronger.
Rainiel, I don't think they saw what United States, Canada, and Mexico did the last time at the World Cup, like how to match teams.
Yes,
Even Costa
yes,
Rica to an extent, they don't know see
yes,
how they're matching teams, and
yes, yeah,
if that's not coming because we are using players from the region. We are using players
exactly,
from worldwide that it's at the
exactly.
same level as what Europe is getting. So that's why
Yes,
we're getting closer. So I
yeah,
understand Sean Base is giving the Getter Youth a chance. I am a Getter Youth, and I work hard for what I want, and I gained it. So I don't know why in 2024 now, in life now, I've realized this is how life is nowadays, Rainiel. You don't need to
yeah,
do nothing to reach anywhere. You just need to be in a particular position. And it just given to you. That's all life is.
yeah,
So you see, if you
yeah,
work hard, you tend to will be a billionaire in today's currency because working hard don't exist anymore. Nobody
no,
wants to work hard. You
no,
want to be put in national teams. You want to get preferential treatments. I am not in that. You better work for what you want. All right. If you're
yes,
good enough, you're good
yes,
enough.
you're
Because
right, you're
if
right.
I skip it, look, for instance,
Yeah.
what am I giving a game time for? Sean, answer that one. What am I giving a game time for? What am I giving the Get a Youth a chance for? Listen to this now, I'm giving the Get a Youth a chance to make someone see him to see if they can buy him. The history is over 25 Jamaicans were bought based on going into the national team. How much of them you think is back in Jamaica right now? Or how much of them you think starting based on being bought that way?
Maybe 80%.
Maybe 80% of them back in Jamaica. That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Because it's majority of them going back are not playing at all.
Yeah.
Very few people. All right, look at it. Cephas never used the national team. He works hard, put himself down in a lower league, and then work in that league after getting education, improved himself up. He's still in Europe. Shamar Nicholson left to a lower league in Serbia, work himself up to Belgium, go to Russia, and then he's in France now doing well. Leon Bailey started in a lower league in Belgium, comes up to Germany, goes in England. He's still working now. Kaim Paris started from a lower league. He's still in a lower league. Junior Flemings are the ones them that like come through the national team, and he keeps playing in the national team when people never knew that he wasn't ready. He went to France. Then they pretty much say he can't play football and send him somewhere else.
Exactly, and like Canada beat Belgium. Did they beat at least?
No, they never beat Belgium. They never beat Belgium.
They lost, but they played really
it was
well.
They were a better team in that, and Belgium is ranked number 1 at the time.
I was amazed how Canada played against Belgium. Like, oh my God, the movement, the dynamics. But if you look at that team, Buchanan, Davies, Estacio, all the guys, European-based players.
Yes.
They don't play in Canada League or MSL. They play in Europe at good clubs, and that's why they almost beat Belgium. And if you look at the Belgian squad and the Canadian squad, the only line that was weak was the defense. But in the midfield, they were up par. At the attack, they were up to par. So, and we have to open our eyes in certain countries to the European influence, because they are maybe European based, but don't underestimate, they are from your country.
But look at it. Look at the answer. We don't have to go. We don't have to follow this conversation. USA said they are not picking any MLS players unless they don't have any other players to pick. That is the policy they are going with.
Yes.
So in USA teams, it's one MLS player in it. Mexico team have majority of their players. They are picking the overseas based players them first, and then picking after. Yes. So the players, the people that's at the top.
The big countries are doing that. Why should we not do it?
Yes. Thank you, Rainiel. So we smoke Jamaican Surinamese Sean base. We smoke Sean base there. If the best teams in the region doing that and dominating us, what give us the benefit? What are we going to benefit from giving I Get a Youth a chance? Is it not to make the World Cup, or is just to just put man on field? Let Sean Base answer that, because we smoke Sean Base. Sean Base done out here. Him done out here.
No, but like even Japan, Iran, countries in all other parts of the world. Look at the Africa Cup. How many
Morocco? Use Morocco. Morocco played Jamaica. Morocco plays Jamaica with a local team and run circle around Jamaica's local players. Them smash them up. How much of those players you think made the World Cup squad? Just make a wild guess.
Well, one. Atayat Aladdin.
One, it was Jabran, and he gets 5.0 seconds. So he's faster than Usain Bolt. He's faster than Usain Bolt. All right. So after they run circle around Jamaica, the local team showcase the level of what African football is. None of them can't make the actual Morocco team. So Sean Base, you get smoke again. You're not making Sean Base, leave the weed, leave the Jamaican weed. All right. Sean, leave the Jamaican weed. Yeah. All right. Professional Pro Club said, you on your Roxy side. No. I did one video in Suriname, and all of you guys are gonna. They are not here now, Rainer, I'm telling you. You see when this video loads, the whole of them will come back tonight. They are gonna come and fight.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, man.
Yeah, but it's a good conversation, and I
Yeah.
really enjoyed it. With Raynel, believe me, because we are just picking out the sense out of things. And Sean can't type again. Him fingers them not working because he has no counteraction for what we just said. Yes, he's just smoking too much Jamaican bushweed.
No, but like back on the topic, the
Hmm.
development on the in the Concacaf, all the countries are developing some faster than others, and we have to be happy about it because if we don't have to go outside of the region to have good competitors, good competitions, you know. So I'm happy to see that development. Oh,
The man said, "No sense that I make." Okay, so sense don't make any sense anymore. Yes, I think you have gotten
Liden.
to the bushweed. All right. Yeah. So I agree with you on the development. I saw Trinidad trying to look
Yeah.
everybody that's breeding people overseas to get nucleus. I know the Trinidad.
No, but Trinidad did really good at the Gold Cup. I was
Yes,
surprised.
they
They did
they
really
did
good.
they did okay. They did okay. Yes, they did okay. Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought
yeah,
that their
they
coach
did good.
really. Hmm?
Seeing the players they had, the squad that they had, how they took out the maximum out of it. I think.
Yeah, they could have done a little bit better. They could have done a little bit better. I just believe that um I just believe that they thought that they shouldn't have gone toe to toe with Jamaica, and they decided they're gonna sit back. And I thought that cost them a big deal because once they
Yeah,
went toe to toe with Jamaica, they look completely different. And I wanted to see them go toe to toe with Jamaica and see
yeah,
how it works. Because after
yeah.
that, when they started to go toe to toe with every other team, they don't look bad. So I don't
No,
know what
they were
this
really good.
defensive thing from Mister Man from Trinidad. You know, he
Yeah,
always have this bag of talk and and a bag of argument. You know, yes.
yeah,
So yeah, but good. Trinidad looks like they're gonna cause some problems. But let me
yes,
talk about Curacao. Curacao. Dino Ray doing a good job over there, you know, because even though Curacao never beat Trinidad the first time, they should have whitewashed Trinidad the first time. You know. It's
yeah,
Uri can't score goals on the team, you know. I have to call out his son, you know. You know?
yeah, and
Kenji.
like they have Dick Advocaat,
Mm-hmm.
and Dick Advocaat is coming with Kees Jansma. He was the press manager for the Dutch national team for a long time. He's
Mm-hmm.
a very prominent media person. Dick Advocaat is taking his whole squad, all his friends, Corpot, all those guys that he did all this. So it's I think they have the most experienced, seasoned, technical team in the whole of the Concacaf right now. And he is trying to approach players with the likes of what's his name again? I forget his name from AZ Alkmaar. Goddamn, he came from Ajax. Bazour,
Mm-hmm.
Obispo from PSV, who he wants to approach. So really key guys for like in the center back position, guys who play center midfield. So he's really trying to work on the Curaçao squad because he wants to reach the World Cup. So Curaçao would be interesting to watch as well with those developments. And it is possible that we can get a Curaçao Suriname in the second round. Let's say if both teams end second or one end second or
So
first.
what they're gonna do with Dino Ray? Because I
Dean
thought he did a very good job, and I think Suriname should go and try get back during Dino Ray because he proves that he
yeah,
can compete with even a diminished squad because the Suriname squad is better
yeah.
than Curacao squad by a long shot.
Yes, that's true. But like Dean Correa is more of he's more of a technical manager there. He isn't like the
Okay.
coach anymore, but he is going to coach the under 20s later this month. They're gonna play a tournament to qualify for
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
Suriname as well.
Yeah,
Suriname is
we
part
will
as
be
well.
covering it.
Yes, and Curaçao, Dean Correa is gonna coach that team, but he is more of a technical. Like you can compare like what Brian Tevrede does for the Suriname Association. You can say that Dean Correa does it for the Curaçao Association. Yeah.
Okay,
You
okay.
can
Because
compare
I
those
think
roles. Yeah.
he proves to me that he's a good coach that can. I think Suriname should have tried to get him back and put him as a coach. He proved to me
What?
that he could have
Yeah.
taken Suriname further if they had kept him.
Well, what were his pluses were that he was training with the local guys a lot. So the local guys, the level got higher during his time, and they were capable to compete with the European guys. Um, However, his experience as a coach is not as good as, let's say, Menso or Fraser,
Mm-hmm.
but he did some good work. I mean, he reached with a local squad the Gold Cup. He played the way he played at the Gold Cup with a mix of local and professional players. So um, I think he did a real good job. Yeah,
Raynel, the man have Curacao playing equal as everybody they played.
yeah,
Everybody. So
yeah,
even though they never scored the goals in all the games, they were almost the
yeah,
better team in almost every game.
yeah,
You
yeah,
understand me?
yeah, 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 yeah. I
So,
understand.
so we have. I think that guy we need to revisit it. I think it's Dino Ray should get back the job for Suriname. But obviously they're not gonna do it because they
I
let
don't
him
think it's gonna
go.
happen. I don't think it's gonna happen anymore. But we'll see.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So right,
I
I don't
believe
want to
Mentor will be the coach.
Menzo. All right, Raiden, I don't want to hold up anymore, because Sean B is smoking too much bushweed. So,
Yeah,
so
man, it's good. All good.
yes. So, thanks yet again for coming on. I think this was a
Yeah,
very
man.
good stream. Truly enjoy it. I hope you guys went and follow me on the big bad TikTok.
TikTok.
TikTok is the name of the thing. Yeah, TikTok. TikTok is the name of the thing. Follow me over
Yeah.
there. Follow me on the rest of the socials because, as you saw, I try to be seen. I don't smoke. So I won't end up in the same place as Sean Base. I don't drink. All right. Yes, I am just a
Oh
sane
my
human
days.
being. Yes, I'm just a sane human being. So subscribe. I try to apply football logics to things, and anywhere it leads me, that's where it leads me. So I have no favoritism. All right. Jambi says TikTok a lady thing. Okay, no worries. Don't worry. All right. Yes. So you have any final points that you want to chop up? Because I don't want to hold it too long.
TikTok a
Yes.
lady thing.
Yes. Yeah, Sean Beast, you have to leave him alone. You have to leave Sean Beast alone.
Yeah,
So,
man.
what you have any final points that you want to chop up? Like, and we can finish off. Let me know.
Looking forward to the U20 tournaments. Suriname also
Oh, okay.
has a squad put up, and we'll see what happens there because there's a youth them. And of course, will keep following the developments of Concacaf. And everybody, thanks for watching. And let's hope for the best for the Suriname squad.
All right. You wanted to shine some light on like how much players got invited and stuff.
On
Because it's
the
youth
under 20 squad.
U20s. I don't want to disrespect them because I know I'm going to watch them soon.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you want to educate the people as to how much players on it. So
Yeah, there are like
yeah.
eight players added from the Netherlands. I believe two players from Zwolle, a player from Almere, from Volendam, from AZ Alkmaar as well.
I said, yeah.
In all the lines, there's a goalkeeper, Janilo Wiegel, who is said to be a real talented goalkeeper. He is like the third or fourth goalie from an Eredivisie side, and he's only 18. So he's quite talented. He's 1 meter 92. He's very
Yeah,
tall.
nice.
And
Wow.
like they have a center back from the Netherlands, a right back. They have some midfielders and some, but mostly attackers. But
Okay.
it's quite balanced because in the former squads, the guys that came from Europe were like specialized up front or like in the midfield or whatever, but not balanced. And now it's quite balanced in the team. And Curacao has a similar amount of players from the Netherlands. I believe that they can end because they have to enter the first two places as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's possible because they are in a pool with Guyana, with El
Oh,
Salvador.
hold on. I think it's only first place goes through in the U20s. So make
What's
sure
first
you
place?
remember that. I
Yeah.
think it's on. Let me correct that. I think it's first place because obviously I should
Okay.
have all the datas. Concacaf U20s. U20 men.
It's a U20 CONCACAF.
Yeah,
I
man.
thought
Yeah,
the
man. Yeah,
first.
man. It's supposed
I
to
thought
be
the
only
first two.
first place because you're qualifying to
Okay.
go to the championship. They have the United States
Only first place.
and
Okay.
them waiting over there. So it
Uh,
should be only first place because it's
okay.
several groups. So it should be only first place. What they're trying to do, they're trying to eliminate all the weaker teams, and so you don't get 10 and 9 loves from United
Yeah.
States because United States and Mexico's development is so superior. They don't want
Yeah.
them just dominating the qualifiers, so they
Yeah.
want to
I
make it more
understand.
tight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
only
Yeah.
first places.
Yeah, but because they are in a pool with El Salvador, Guyana, Antigua Barbuda, and another team that I can't recall. But like based on the squads and like how the national teams are built up, Guyana is like a team that will be a test, and El Salvador is favored to become number one. But I don't believe that they are without of a chance because the coach had some really good things in his preparation. But we have to see, how it goes. To qualify as number one will be real difficult because El Salvador has good youth squads. But I
Yeah,
do
very
believe
good.
that they can. I do believe that they have a chance to end second behind them. But maybe they can surprise us, because the defense is strong and the goalkeeper is really good, and they have some really dangerous attackers. So maybe it can work out.
And the
Yeah,
last time Mexico never made it out. Mexico had 495,000 shots and they still lost the damn game. so
yeah.
so
It's
it proves,
possible. It's possible, and I don't believe that the difference of El Salvador against Suriname is as big as it would be with Mexico against Suriname. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll follow it, man.
All right, all right. So we'll be following it and let me give a shout out, people. I'm going to come with my ladies football because you guys know I love the ladies. Football. All right, the football of the ladies. All
Are you
right.
watching the
Yes.
football or the ladies then?
Yes, man. Yes, man. I'm big at that, man. I'm big at that. So we have
Okay,
a
good.
Concacaf Gold Cup going on now for the
Yeah,
ladies. Most all of my teams ain't there. Jamaica ain't there. Night 80 ain't there because for some reason the federations them are just messed up. You just can't get the right players them to turn up. So the
yeah,
federations in football is just terrible, man. So not even to
yeah,
go there, but we have Nigeria coming up. I'm trying. So for people from Nigeria side, I'm trying to work on getting a connection with someone to video the games them and be a representative for me in Nigeria. So we're working on that. So in the future, most of the
yeah,
games them you don't have to worry. I will get someone to go to the games. So I'm working on some deals and stuff. So we're trying hard. We're not like Sean Bass that only wants to be a Jamaican. I am good for football. Yeah, I'm fighting Sean Bass in the chat. Yeah, so Rainel, thanks yet again. I think this
yeah,
was an
man.
super one, and
Yeah,
we got across a lot of things. So I think a lot of people learned, like the players them coming and everything. All right, so people smash the like button. Mr. Flex, massive respect. Lawrence, Joseph, thanks for being here. Professional Pro Club, join only Jamaican streams because I don't know what you want in life. Yes.
yeah,
Yes,
man.
Serenial. You have any socials or anything that you want to shout out? Or you don't really into that? Are you just supporting?
I'm not really into that. I have it, but I don't like use it like the way you use it. But
Okay, 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 okay.
yeah,
All right, all right. So big up yourself, Mr. Sean Bass. Hope all is well with you. Yes, I am a Nigerian. I have no problem to be a Nigerian. Yes, don't worry yourself. So people, take care. Not gonna fight with Sean Bass anymore. Thanks yet
take
again,
care.
Reno, and bye
Yeah.
bye, guys.